game officials are the side judge is Richard Davis, the field judge is Marty Bishop, the back judge is Jeffrey Galindo, the line judge is Tim Yarborough.
The 2024 high school football season may have started officially last night, but there is nothing like the first Friday of the fall when it comes to high school football. We welcome you into beautiful Boerne and Boerne ISD Stadium for the regular season debut for your Boerne Chargers right here on the Chargers Sports Network. Alongside Mr. Kerry Barbosa, I am Hector Ledesma, proud to bring you the first game of 2024 up from South, Laredo United South. The Panthers coming up for their first game of 2024. New era for them, new head coach Carlos Gonzalez. And as we bring Kerry in, as we get set for kickoff, champion set to receive. Kerry, your thoughts on a champion team that lost a whole lot of folks from a playoff team from a year ago?
Yeah, they sure did. They lost Jordan Ballin, 3-year starter at quarterback. They lost Gage Goldberg, 3-year starter on defense. They lost Sawyer Boley, a 4-year starter and Ironman guy that played both sides of the ball. And they're going to miss their talent, but they're going to miss their leadership as well. Those guys have been on varsity 3 and 4 years, and so they're looking for guys to step up and fill those roles. And this is how you do it. You get that experience, and you kind of grow into those roles. And looking for them to step up and do that.
And we're going to get an early look at that offense for champion. Set to receive, they're going to get the ball first. Brogan Dempsey, one of the two Chargers back to receive the opening kickoff. Set at the 40, as it always is, and here we go. Kick end over end, and we are off and running with 2024. It's Garland Whitehead, the opening kickoff return to about the 30, maybe just past it, depending on the spot. And champion will start 1st and 10 from that spot on the field as we're underway with 2024.
Whitehead was a guy, he was in the mix for quarterback, him and Julian Navarrete, and it was back and forth until last week. I think they decided to go with Julian to start this game. And Whitehead is still going to play an important role. He's going to be the backup, and he's also going to play defense for them and return kicks and that sort of thing.
Kerry mentioning Julian Navarrete. He wears number 2, just a sophomore. You see the size, though. He's on the field. Tall kid, good size. As the Chargers come out, twins to his left, single receiver to his right. He hands, good decision on the first play from scrimmage of the season. The give to Brady Smith, one of the few returners from last year, and Brady, nice job of getting near midfield.
Yeah, good job by Brady there, seeing that hole open up on that right side and getting a big gain there.
Flag as Brady gets the ball again. They play on, forced out of bounds to right around the 45-yard line. We mentioned Brady, one of the few returners from last year. A year ago, 10 carries, 35 yards, average of 3.5 yards per carry. But it goes to the point, Kerry, about how, for the most part, it's a young champion team. You know, Brady Smith, one of the guys back, and he only got the ball 10 times last year from a rushing perspective.
Yeah, young team. And first game is when you get those jitters, like right there, second play of the game, you got guys, somebody jumps there, backs them up 5 yards. Still first down, though, but 1st and 15.
At the 41 now for the Chargers following that 5-yard penalty. Navarrete shotgun, the lefty out. That side of the field, complete on the screen, fighting for some yardage is Lucas Benavides. Lucas, another young man who's back from last year, and that equals his catch total from a year ago. A catch for 38 yards last year for Lucas. Also carried the ball once, as these Chargers, a bunch of them young. Lucas, one of the few seniors on the squad, looking to move the ball. At the 49 now, 2nd and 7. Rolling, letting it go, takes a shot, does Navarrete, but complete. Brady Lampkin there on the receiving end. Brady, another young man who returns. And that, like with Lucas Carey, that matches his season total from a year ago. Had a catch last year for 11 yards.
Yeah, and I like Navarrete, his ability to scramble there and just good arm strength. He's a lefty. He's thrown to both sides of the field. He's getting comfortable in there as a sophomore.
Rolling to his right, and he threw it with his left. This time stands in the pocket, lets it go. Again, it's Brady Lampkin. And already Kerry surpassing his total from last year here in the first 5 plays of the ball game. But this champion team, a program that reloads. They don't so much rebuild, they reload and looking for more good things after a playoff season a year ago, going 8-3. Surge up the middle. Brady Smith lunges, and that's enough for another first down.
I like this drive. They're kind of in a hurry up, kind of in a good rhythm right now. Everything's working. They're using the whole field, left side, right side, up the middle. Good mix of run and pass as well.
Navarrete, pair of receivers to his left. He's looking right. He takes off instead. Across the 25 to 20. He's got a lane. He's got a touchdown. 6-0 Chargers, less than 2 minutes into the 2024 season.
Well, you see why he's only a sophomore, but you see why he's making the start. Just good read of that field that time. He dropped back to pass, nobody there. And just decided to tuck and run and goes 29 yards. Has the first touchdown of the year.
Well, that's a heck of a way to start your varsity career, huh? Just a sophomore, opening drive of the season. You take your team right down the field and score the touchdown yourself to put your team on top in a game against the team that advanced to the playoffs last year as well.
What do you think? You think Navarrete will remember that touchdown the rest of his life?
Something tells me he'll be telling that story for a while. When the grad kids are sitting on his lap and he's hanging out years and years from now. First varsity start, took my team right down the field. And if that drive is any indication, first of many, many more memories that Mr. Navarrete might make for himself as the Chargers go right down the field on that opening kickoff. And we're going to take a break. We'll step aside. Back here at Bernie ISD Stadium, teams whose records were inverted last year. 8-3 for Champion, 3-8 for Laredo United South. Although South did make the playoffs last year, even with that 3-8 record. In district, they were 3-2, and so they were able to get into the postseason. And you know, they lost in the by-district round, but playoff season from a year ago, 2-3 actually, their district record
and I don't think
from last season. Chargers, they were 5-2 in district.
I don't think their district record was 0-0. I think they played a few, but
yeah, they went 5-2.
You know, so they, like you mentioned, they make the playoffs, and they're picked to make the playoffs again this year, and that's what the Chargers like playing them. They feel it's a tough game. It's a physical game. It's a good early season game. Good test in non-district, and helps get them ready for district.
Blaine Ellis, his second season here at Champion. As mentioned, 8-3 a year ago. That 5-2 district record included. First play from scrimmage for the Panthers, not much there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. The ball carrier, Armando Cardena.
Good job by that front three of the Chargers. They're just nowhere to run, just kind of stuffed it at the line of scrimmage.
It's a defense that features Hudson Thrash at that nose tackle, and that pass is complete out into the screen area. And then forced out of bounds is Roel Hernandez. There to make the stop. Several Champion defenders, among them William Tolar, the free safety. In that defensive backfield with Hudson Simmons, Cash Hill, and Brooks Warwick.
Right there, he got a good block. Mendoza, number 2, Aaron Mendoza, gets a good block, springs the receiver, and gets it to about third and less than a yard here.
Mentioned Hudson Thrash at the nose tackle position a little while ago. He's flanked by Seth Wood, an end, and the anchor Joshua Serber. We'll take you through the linebackers here after this play. Another short game for the Chargers. That defense for the Chargers stiffening up there at the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Cadena who gets the carry. The Sam linebacker is Alexander Sansone. The Mike linebacker, Jonah Farias. The Buck linebacker, Maddox Woody. And the Will, Brady Giles for the Chargers. Going on 4th and short. They got it. Not by much, but they did get it.
Well, there's the tush push, the brotherly shove, and there's the Panther push, I guess, right there, because it was just kind of student body up the middle, and they got it.
Like Julian Navarrete, the counterpart on the United South end of things, quarterback Rolando Gonzalez also making his first start. He's a junior. Shotgun back to each side, to the flat, some room. He gets it to Armando Cadena, I should say, near first down yardage.
Well, that's twice. They've kind of thrown little flares out to either side, and both have picked up decent yards. That one goes for about 8. The other one went for about 9. So that's something they may look at a little bit more down the stretch here.
Sets up 2nd and 2. They're at the 46. Another short play. That one almost picked. Read well. Incomplete. Making a break on the ball was Brooks Warwick.
Yeah, really close to picking that one off, and you hear the crowd go, whoa.
It's one of those you could see in road time, Kerry. You see it develop, you see the defender getting there, and you're thinking, ooh, that's got a shot. But the throw a little low as Warwick was trying to come on. 3rd and 2. Another give, first down for the Panthers, and then some across the 40, the 30, before that Charger defense able to converge and bring down Jonathan Dale.
That was a good 16-yard run that time, and just once he got to that second level, he kind of got lost. Looked like defense kind of lost where he was, and gets out to that second level wide open and gets a first down. They're moving the chains pretty well here.
So we're nearing 8:10 to go in the first quarter. The clock is running. Champion scoring on its first possession of the game, so 7-0 our score. As we now near 8 minutes to go. Rolando Gonzalez looking toward that sideline. Break the huddle, ready to go. Some whistles.
Yeah, play clock got down to 2. They didn't want to. They got some momentum. They don't want to back up right there.
So a timeout on the field as United South is trying to counter Champion's first offensive drive, which resulted in a touchdown. Going all the way down the field, and you mentioned, Kerry, these teams meeting for a 4th consecutive year this season.
Yep, and first one, Chargers won 42-14. Then 2 years ago, they won a close one. Oh. 27-22.
We're in break.
Okay. That would have been nice to know.
Back here at Bernie ISD Stadium, we're going to pick up where you left off here, Kerry. Right now, 1st and 10 for United South. Tough to see who had the ball there for a second. They tricked everyone, including me, except for the Charger defense. Not much there as Cadena got the carry again. But you were in the midst of saying how this is the 4th straight year these two teams have met.
Yes. Josh Serber with a good job blowing up that play. Yeah, 4th straight year. First year was a blowout, 42-14. 2 years ago, pretty close, 27-22. And then last year, Chargers won by 10, 37-27 in Laredo.
And that Chargers win marking the first career win for Coach Blaine Ellis. Under pressure, the Chargers D gets there. Credit Alexander Sansone.
Looks like he just comes in from the side there, doesn't get picked up. That's the first negative play of the drive for the Panthers. Backs him up, puts him in, looks like probably a passing situation. You may be in 4-down territory here, though. You don't have to get all 15.
3rd down with the 15 yards to go. Lefty, Rolando lets it go incomplete. Charging for the Chargers was Hudson Simmons there from that defensive back position. The throw low brings up 4th and 15.
Yeah, you're kind of in no man's land here. I mean, it'd be about a 47-yard field goal. Maybe you got the kicker that can do it. Let's see.
Well, they're exchanging units. The question is, are they doing so? You would think they're not punting from this. Maybe they are.
Maybe they are. It looks like they are.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do a go for it, you're not going to line up in a punt, I don't think, but 4th and 15.
Interesting formation. They do have Jonathan Theo back there. There's the punt. They had Jonathan Theo as an up back. One of their skill people. He's a receiver downed inside the 5. So at the very least, they do a nice job of pinning the Charger offense deep in its own territory. Christian Martinez downing the punt at what's officially going to be the 3-yard line. And so Julian Navarrete and that Charger offense with the shadow of their own end zone there as they start their second drive of the season.
Yep, they're going to have to go a long way, 97 yards, to try to score a touchdown. 32-yard punt, of course, he's trying to pin him. He's not going for distance that time. He's trying to pin him back, make him work down the field, and they're playing for field position right now.
Navarrete shotgun, as is usually the case, early movement, and that's coming back some more.
Yep, half the distance, so that'll put it down to the 1.5-ish.
Yeah, Mark Thompson a little anxious. Started early. And so now the ball inside the 2. As they do first down again, the place to reach is the 18 for a first down. Handoff to about the 5. Goes Zachary Garcia. His first carry of the season. You get 2 back, so 2nd and 8 officially on the scoreboard. Chargers hurrying up, as Kerry mentioned, on their first possession. Airing it out is Navarrete. He's got, that one almost caught. Going for Brogan Dempsey. Dempsey had it for a minute, but then it was knocked out of his possession.
Yeah, number 7, I don't have him on my roster for South.
Nicholas Vega.
Okay, the roster I have doesn't have him on.
Yeah, Nicholas Vega making a nice play there on the ball. If not for Vega, then Brogan's still running, and that's probably 6. Navarrete again, this time overthrown. Looking for Lucas Benavides. Would have been Benavides' second reception of the season. But with that, the Chargers now punting from their own end zone.
Well, the strategy worked off. It backed him up. They held him. Now they're going to punt. Punter standing in his own end zone, so it's got to be a perfect whole thing. The snap, the punt, everything. He's standing, with his about a foot away from a safety. So,
yep.
And they have a chance here. Panthers do a pretty good field position if they can get any kind of return.
It's Carter Thompson back to punt. A timeout taken, though. Chargers want to talk. As we have about a little more than half the quarter to go here in the season opener for both squads, the first Friday night of 2024. Champion off to a great start, taking the ball the length of the field on its first offensive possession. Second possession, that Panther defense stiffening up, helped that they had the Charger deep in all its end of the field. And so without a first down, Champion now forced to punt this one away. It's a Charger team that has actually 4 returning starters on both sides of the ball in terms of each, 4 on offense, 4 on defense. But when you look up and down the roster, a lot of those guys who were big play guys last year graduated. And so it seems like there's less than 8 overall returning starters, but officially that's how they're listed. Punt. It's away by Carter Thompson. Short punt, though, takes the bounce to the 32 of South, and they're going to have fantastic field position when they resume.
Well, their strategy paid off. They got good field position. That first drive, they put together a decent drive. They got it stalled down at the 35. They decided to punt. Now they're getting the ball at about the 33, so they're kind of picking up where they left off. And that drive was an 11-play drive. It just kind of stalled out because of the main reason, because of that sack. But they're going to get another crack at it at good field position here.
Kerry, you bring up an excellent point, because on that first possession for South, when I see them at their own at the Charger 35, and I see their punting unit coming, I'm thinking, you might as well go for it. But you're right, it paid off. It's the little things that often make the difference, and a good call there in hindsight. Spinning, moving forward is Alfredo Sandoval. Sandoval near the 25. They're going to mark him down at the 27. Gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
The Panthers on their 11-play drive that stalled, they had a good mix of run and pass as well. They're pretty well balanced team as well.
5:34 and counting on the clock here in the first quarter. Champion on top 7-0, but for the second time in as many possessions, the Panthers in Charger territory. Another handoff, another good gain. Right up the 20 inside the red zone and inside the 15. This time, the give to Alfredo Sandoval again. So Sandoval getting a bulk of the carries after Cadena got the majority of action on the first possession.
Well, they're both plays so far on this drive been right up the middle. They've been able to create some room for their backs and have moved it from the 33 to the 14.
That's where the Panthers start with a new set of downs. Navarrete under center. Excuse me, Gonzalez under center. Not much there. Give him maybe 2 or 3 depending on the spot. As South looks to even things up after Champion hit him with an early haymaker. Actually, probably more I have to say a couple of body blows as they kind of drove the field drove the ball down the field in that first possession. Either way you slice it, though, 7-0 Champion lead, 4:22 and counting. There's again Sandoval nearing the end zone, spinning.
Wow.
They're going to say his knee did not touch the ground. What an effort by Alfredo Sandoval. Wow, near the end zone, it looked like he was down. Most backs would have gone down, but he found a way to stay on his feet, didn't let the knee touch. Here's another look. Watch him as he gets near the goal line.
Yep, stayed up.
That knee did not hit. Good call by the officials.
Yeah, great effort by Sandoval, just spinning his way into the end zone, not letting his knee touch, and he's just their extra point away from tying it up.
Or I guess I should say good non-call by the officials. Not assuming. Just going ahead and letting him play on, and it paid dividends. So with that, 4:13 to go, we're tied after United South gets a touchdown from Alfredo Sandoval to tie things up at 7.
That was a 4-play, 33-yard drive. They took a minute 47.
And a great answer. And if you think about it, a great answer on that first drive. They just actually get something out of it. We're going to step aside when we come back. Kickoff as Champion looks to gain momentum back. 7-7 our score here at Bernie ISD Stadium. Kerry Barbosa alongside Hector Ledesma here at Bernie ISD Stadium. We've got a 7-7 ball game with 4:13 to go in the opening quarter. Alfredo Sandoval tying us up for the Panthers with a touchdown run. Ended with a great effort to tie us up after Champion scored on its first possession. Each team, there's a fumble. United South has a chance to get on top of it. It's still loose. That's going to be Chargers' ball, but boy, were they lucky to bounce back on that one.
Put the butter on the ball because nobody could get the handle on it. It squirted out. About 5 or 6 different guys had chances. Champion had guys on it, and then United South had guys on it, and then ends up with the Chargers. Boy, they catch a break because that would have been a short field for the Panthers.
So another look. There we go. There's one shot at it. There's another shot at it, so that's 2. That's 3. There's 4. There's 6 on the 6th attempt, right?
Yep. And it looks like number 1 got it for him, Brady Lampkin.
Yeah, Lampkin able to secure it. So Chargers retain possession. There's a give coming left. Not much there. It's Brady Smith. Smith, a young man who returns at running back. Some varsity experience last year. He's a senior. That pass complete. First down yardage. Nice haul by William Burgess. Burgess then getting near the 40. And a new set of downs for Champion.
Yeah, Burgess does a good job holding on to that ball. He takes a pop there. Holds on to it.
Navarrete hurrying. Whistle, though. Play stopped. False start on Champion. Referee Brock Pittman giving us a signal. It's an officiating crew that includes Paul Yoder as the umpire, Ryan Duffy at the head line judge, Tim Yarborough is a line judge. Continue with the rest of the officiating roster after this run. It's a good one. Cross midfield toward the 45. Again, it's Brady Smith. Extracurriculars and a flag.
Uh-oh. Hate to see that.
Yeah, they're going to get Aiden Rodriguez for the push. As Brady Smith was on his way back toward the huddle or toward the line of scrimmage, Rodriguez gave him a shove right in front of the official. Ryan Duffy conversing with Brock Pittman. See the penalty, and now because of that, champion at the 31. First and 10 there for the Chargers. Navarrete.
Keep it.
Sure does. Then he slides.
Good read. That was a good read. There wasn't nothing there. He dropped back. Good coverage by the Panthers, and just Navarrete decides to keep it. Gets a positive play out of it. It gets about half of the yards needed for a first down there.
Wrapping up the officiating crew, we taking it up to the line judge. Told you that was Tim Yarborough. The back judge is Jeffrey Galindo. Field judge is Monty Bippert. The side judge, Richard Davis. Hand again, it's Brady Smith. Not much this time.
Well, I'll tell you something about that officiating crew. Yoder is a Bernie High employee. He's a counselor or teacher there, so but he's not going to give the Chargers, those kind of calls. That's him right there standing over the ball. Paul Yoder's a good guy.
3rd and 2. Navarrete shotgun. Ball's at the 23. Brady Smith shifts over, standing next to Navarrete now. Hands to Smith, up the middle, first down, a little bit of a hurdle. Inside the 15 and inside the 10.
A wide open hole there, nothing there. Once he gets through that second level, there's very little between him and the goal line right there. So he's out, nice hop, jump cut, and he's out inside the 10.
It's a good way to describe it, more of a hop than a hurdle.
Yep.
First and goal for the Chargers, ball at the 9. Smith again. A little bit of a stutter step he had to change direction, and then met pretty much at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard before Christian Martinez made the stop.
And somebody got in his way. That's why he made that back cut, but Martinez standing right there waiting for him.
It's officially a loss of 1. Second and goal from the 10. Navarrete rolling to his left, looking, going to keep, making some moves. Corner, touchdown Chargers. Julian Navarrete decided that was his and his alone. Made good on it. 1:18 to go in quarter number 1. The Chargers go back up in front 13-7 with a point after to come.
There's a flag at the 11th, so let's see what.
Oh, I see it now.
So that was a great move by Navarrete, and when he got to about the 2, just that little shimmy kind of got the defender.
We'll see if it stands.
Personal foul.
Helmet to helmet is the penalty against the Chargers.
So was that, well, I was going to say, was it after the play? But I think it was.
No, they're going back.
Yeah.
So that nullifies the touchdown. Ball now back to 25.
Ooh.
So from second and goal at the 10 to scoring a touchdown to second and goal from the 25.
Yeah, they can't get a first down unless it comes via a penalty.
Second and goal from the 25.
So Navarrete, twins to each side. Brady Smith to his right. Looking left. Apt to keep again. Slides.
Late hit.
Well, that's what the Charger fans are hoping for.
I think there's a flag at the 18. Looks like it.
I see it now. Thanks to our monitor.
Yeah.
I didn't see it officially. It kind of blends in with the field.
I have binoculars if you want to borrow them.
You know, they're not going to do me any good. The problem are my eyes, not my line of sight.
Yeah, that was a tough call there. You know, he's just sliding, and The big thing is it gives them a first down. Of course,
Yes.
it's going to give them some yardage, but it was kind of a bang. He just decides to give up on the play, gives it up, slides, and then see it's just
That's a bang. That's kind of
Yeah.
that's tough. You're right. It's easy when that play when you're observing to go, hey, wait a minute. When you're in real time and you're in it, that's a tough play. Anybody's ready to go in that moment and trying to make the play. There's a handoff. First and goal from the 10.
Oh yeah, we've seen this, haven't we? This
Yeah.
is a replay here. This is a repeat.
Zachary Garcia, the ball carrier.
He was met by several United
They were first and goal at the 10 3 plays ago. Now
Yeah.
they're back at it.
Deja vu all over again. Second and goal from the 9. Navarrete looking left. In trouble, and he's sacked. Able to get him is Miguel Elizalde.
Miguel Elizalde.
And because of that big play by Big Elizalde, Champion again facing a long situation here on a goal-to-goal situation. Third and goal, but they're at the 15.
That was a good blindside tackle. I don't think Navarrete heard him or felt it. He just took the sack there.
Navarrete looking over the middle. Got plenty of time. Now he's forced out of the pocket. Rolling to his right. He's a lefty, remember. Nowhere to go, and he takes a sack. And that's how the first quarter ends. When we come back, decision time for Champion. Fourth and goal in the red zone, but depending on the spot, outside their 15. We're going to step aside. You're watching the Charger Sports Network 7-7 against Laredo United South.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
The Bernie Champion Band playing deep in the heart of Texas. We are deep in the heart on this first Friday of the high school football season. First quarter that sees Champion score on its first possession. Laredo United South counter on its second possession. 7-7 at the end of one is that Charger mascot. They're doing the push-ups. Now, Champion then with its third possession of the ball game, driving down the length of the field. But it's a drive that after it got to first and goal, stalled. A couple of penalties and some big plays later. And the Chargers now on to attempt a field goal on what amounts to fourth and goal, but from the 16. And this is a 33-yard attempt. Nathan Bell. Kick is through. 10-7 Chargers. Nathan Bell, a young man. Talked about the returners.
He's one of them.
One of the returners who played really well last year. Young man who, when you look just basically at his kickoffs, 4 touchbacks a year ago, had a long of 60, averaging 42 yards per kick on what accounts to 36 kickoffs last year. And then from a field goal perspective, also a young man who got the job done in a number of different ways. 7 of 8 on field goal attempts a year ago, average of 42 yards when he would nail the kicks. This one coming from 33 yards away.
Yeah, whatever reason, the scoreboard says 12 minutes. They didn't run the clock. You get the extra points with no time. You don't get the field goals.
There they go. They just moved it.
Okay, they took off 5 seconds.
I think they just realized it.
Yeah, I don't think they started the clock. But, yeah, Nathan Bell, he's one of those guys. He was clutch last year for him. He was the guy who hit a big game-winning field goal against New Braunfels Canyon last year. Only missed 1 field goal, and I think, if memory serves correct, he didn't miss an extra point. He was a pretty solid guy, and he's one of those guys that comes back. He's a kicker, but he's one of the leaders on this team.
Yeah, I mentioned the 42 yards per kickoff. Young man who can boot it, and also kick field goals and extra points with extreme accuracy. Short kick, fielded at the 24. Met there immediately, that Chargers special teams led by Oliver Christian. They're in a hurry. So just across the 25, maybe at exactly their own 25, amounts to a touchback, is where the Panthers will start their first drive of the second quarter.
Well, it's a good competitive game, first quarter. Both teams have been able to move the ball. Both defenses have come up with stops, and that time Chargers go length of the field almost. 66 yards, 11 plays, 4:05 off the clock, and get 3 points out of it.
If you assumed that Laredo United was 6A, you're correct. They are in District 30, 6A. A couple of other Laredo teams in their district. False start, so the Panthers going to move backward a little bit. Mentioned last year, 3-8 overall, or 3-7 in the regular season, but still able to get into the postseason because of district standings. They went 2-3 in league play, good enough to get them a spot in the playoffs, and then that's where they fell short in the by-district rounds. First and 15, now at their own 20. Not much there for Jonathan Theo. As we near 11 and a half minutes just underway in the second quarter.
A little bubble screen. There's a lot of traffic there, but good job catching it and getting something positive. Got the penalty yards back plus a little bit more. Makes it second and about 7 here.
Yeah, talking about United South and qualifying for the playoffs with that 3-7 mark, they played a San Antonio area team in Brennan in the playoffs. Lost to the Bears 37-0, and that's how their season came to an end in 2023. 2nd and 7 here. Whistles.
Play clock down to 0.
Yeah.
So they burn a timeout.
They want to take another timeout.
Yeah, that's 2, and both because of play clock issues. But this is the kind of a game where you have those kind of things. You're trying to get comfortable and get in a rhythm and work out kinks and iron out things, and this is the game you do that.
You got a first-year quarterback there with Rolando Gonzalez. Trying to get adjusted. Rolando, a junior. As he takes over, I should say, the reins. The matchup that pits a couple of first-year quarterbacks. We've talked at length about Julian Navarrete on the Chargers side of things, but for Rolando Gonzalez, also her first game as a varsity starting signal caller. And so, that being said, a well-played, clean game to this point, Kerry.
Yeah. And, you know, football's so different than any other high school sport because you don't play a game for 10 months. It's not like they have leagues that you can play in the summer. They have the 7-on-7, but nobody hits, you know, then you go 10 months without hitting. Your first game back, it's tough. That's
an excellent point. Basketball players can literally go year-round without putting the basketball down. Baseball players, same thing with their bats. Pass complete, cross the 40 near the 45. They get it to Angel Lopez, his first touch of the night.
And he's a big dude. Lopez is a good size. He just tied in there. He just kind of sneaks behind the line of scrimmage, just kind of finds a little dead spot there, and they see him open right there real quick, so he just kind of got behind the defender, and nice positive gain.
So 1st and 10 now at their own 42. Gonzalez, as is usually the case in shotgun formation. To his left, screen. They have it set up that way. Pass complete through Roel Hernandez. Roel, not much there. Forced out of bounds. Among the Charger defenders was Cash Hill.
Yeah, Cash Hill did a very good job. He had a guy trying to block him, and he spun off of him, and he pushed the receiver out of bounds. They did get something out of it, 3 yards positive gain, but that could have been a lot worse. Good job by Hill, just kind of limiting the damage there.
Cash, a man who also saw some varsity action last year. 3 solo tackles, 6 assisted. Break down the math and how you do tackles in football. An average of total of 2.5 tackles on the season. There's another handoff. They go back to the man who carried the ball a lot for them in the first possession, Armando Cadena. Cadena into Charger territory and another Panther first down.
Yeah, it looked like 2 Chargers had a shot at him. He just kind of slid right by him, almost like they didn't see him. Once he run, just kind of arm tackle. He gets away from both of them.
first down.
Just kind of slippery, just kind of those jump cuts.
Yeah, Cadena does a nice job of stopping and stopping quickly. A little herky-jerky action. And a style that's in live action, it's tough to kind of get used to, especially at the speed at which these guys play. 1st and 10 at the Charger 45. Cross to 40 into right around the 30. Oh, they're going to spot it at the actual 40. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Just kind of a power formation that time. They only had one receiver on either side. Everybody else was at the line of scrimmage, just kind of student body straight up the middle.
And again, this Panther offense on a drive.
They're methodical. They you know, they're content to get 2, 3, 4, 5 yards every play. Before you know it, they're threatening to score.
Gonzalez to handoff, spin, and with that move, the avoidance of what would have been a big loss. Instead, Armando Cadena getting some positive yardage, not much. As a matter of fact, a yard.
Yeah, Farias gets in there 31. He's the one that makes him spin. He slips the grasp and, like you said, gets something. Instead of taking a loss, he gets 1 yard out of it.
If Farias able to make that tackle, the ball's at the 42. Instead, it's at the 39, 3rd and 4.
Blew that one up.
No matter on this play. Charger defense, they're in a hurry.
Yeah, they read that one well.
Bilgo Joshua Serber saying none of that. No spin move going to make a difference here. Joshua, big play defender from a year ago. 50.5 tackles officially in 2023. 29 of those solo. Gets credit for assisting on 43 more tackles. You see Serber showing you why on that play. He was in on so many different plays last season. That punt takes a bounce into Charger territory. And again, the Chargers going to have to start deep in their own territory.
Worked again, yeah.
They started at their own 3. Actually ended up being inside their own 2 after a penalty. But after that was the case in the first quarter, they're going to start deep in their own territory again here in the second quarter.
Yeah, remember what happened when they started back at their own 3. Like you said, they had that penalty, backed up just a little bit, but they didn't get a first down. They were forced to punt. United South gets a really good field position, and that's the drive they scored on. So they're hoping to do the same thing. Key for the Chargers here is going to get out of your own end a little bit, give yourself some breathing room, get a couple first downs, and that way if you have to punt, you know, they're not going to have as good a field position as they would have if they stop you right here.
Well, the strategy worked, although this not so much strategy, this just a good punt by United South. But the last time they were in this situation, their defense came up big. Pass complete there to the sideline. Brady Lampkin, his second reception of the ball game.
Just a quick throw. Just you go to that spot, I'm going to throw to that spot, and you make sure to get there and catch it.
Number 1, Brady Lampkin on the reception. Tackle made by
right back
30.
in shotgun formation.
Was it incomplete?
Is Navarrete. I think they're going to say he's incomplete. I guess Lampkin did not hold on to it. There's a give. Zachary Garcia. Not much beyond the line of scrimmage. Yeah, both. I thought that was complete as well. And then it's 2nd and 2, and they're still at the 3. So I thought, well, not so much. We're still at the 2. Now they're at the 3. 3rd and 9. Navarrete. Twins to each side. Keeps, gets out of the end zone. Near first down yardage is a flag.
He took a good shot, too. Good pop, but let's see what that flag is. That generally in the area of holding, but we'll see. I think it's going to be a hold on the line or somebody blocking.
The offensive line for Champion. At center, they've got Andrew Stossberg. The right guard is Noah Watts. Right tackle is Taylor Castillo. Left guard is Jackson Palomo. Left tackle is Walker Offet.
So it was a hold. They declined it because it's 4th and 2. So either Chargers are going to go for it or they're going to have to punt. It looks like they're bringing out the punt team. That'd be a tough risk right here. Fourth and 2 to go for it, and you don't get it. You're giving the ball at the 10-yard line. So
Carter Thompson, last time he was in this situation, back to punt. He was under pressure, able to just barely get it underway. This time he's got the time. That takes a Charger bounce. It's touched, then taken into Charger territory across the 40,
flag on that push in. It's going to be a push in the back. Interesting, the side judge called it. The one right on it didn't call it. Of course, he's on the Charger sideline, so he's hearing it from the coaches and the players and the fans. But I thought it was a push in the back.
Roel Hernandez, the return. And so even though this may not have been the strategy, if you will, in terms of electing to punt as opposed to going field goal or going for it on fourth down when they were at the champion 35, still the same result in that they forced the Chargers to punt, do the Panthers, and now they're going to get it, even with this penalty and decent field position, although as I say that, the ball goes all the way back to their own 41 now.
The 10-yard penalty is measured from the spot of the foul.
It is a spot foul, so because of that,
so that basically wiped out the gain, any positive gain they had, since it basically the penalty occurred right where the ball was when we caught it.
Because of that, the Chargers now on their end of the field. 1st and 10 officially at the 41. Gonzalez under pressure, lets it go. Nowhere to go because bearing down on him was Maddox White Woodley.
Yep.
Wildy there doing a nice job of applying the pressure and making Gonzalez get rid of it.
Yep, that was just I don't even have a receiver real close, but I'm just going to throw it and get rid of it just to not take the sack. So basically Chargers make him waste the play right there.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Scoreboard says the 40, but they are actually at the 41, splitting hairs here. And around, Roel Hernandez, spin move. That seems to be the move of choice for a lot of these Panther players. To no avail there, though, because Serber, as he has been throughout this first half, there again for the stop.
I would decline this if it's on the Panthers because they took a loss.
It is on the south. It's a holding penalty, and it is declined.
Because it's 3rd down and 2-yard loss, so you're looking at 3rd and 12. I tell you, on that play, Brooks Ward did a good job of getting in there. He made the running back spin, and that kind of started all the problems for the Panthers after that.
Ball at the 39 now officially, 3rd and 11. So the champion D doing a nice job here of rising to that occasion. One of the few times that this United South offense has not been able to sustain to this point. Drive's not over, but to this point hasn't been able to sustain. There's another penalty marker again on the Panthers.
Yep, they got him to jump. They flinched. The Chargers kind of flinched on their side, and that got them to jump. But you can do it on defense. You just can't do it on offense.
So now at the 34. 3rd and 16. One of the few times in this game, and really the only time that I can think of, that the Panthers have shot themselves in the foot. For the most part, doing a nice job of sticking to their game plan until this possession. Gonzalez rolling left. He's a lefty. Lets it go. Airs it out. Sideline incomplete. It was short. He was looking for Roel Hernandez, one of his favorite targets. Short hopped it, though, and United South will have to punt.
He's been getting a little bit of pressure, so why not roll him away from the pressure? It's tough throw on the run. There wasn't much there, though, so good coverage by the Charger defense.
Under 6 minutes to go, just past the halfway mark.
Whoa.
In the second quarter. High snap, able to handle, punt away.
Oh, boy, he almost touched that.
He almost did.
Cash Hill.
Rolando Gonzalez also handling punting duties for South. On the champion end, very close to that being a disastrous play, but instead the Chargers will take over at their own 25.
So second quarter, we had that field goal to start. Then we go punt, punt, punt. So this is the fourth possession after that field goal. See what if the Chargers can get anything going here.
Navarrete, shotgun, hands. There's Smith fighting his way for about 5 yards. They're going to mark him down at the 30.
Chargers would like to use as much of this 5 minutes plus change that we got on the clock here.
Rolling left is Navarrete. Lets it go. Pass complete. Big target is Micah Middleton, senior receiver. Micah hauls it in and then dives forward near first down yardage. It's 3rd and 1 at the 34. Handoff. Again, it's Smith coming toward us. First down. Then it gets knocked out of bounds. Nicholas Vega pushing him out, but not before Brady Smith was able to pick up another Charger first down.
Good job by Smith, just taking it outside, just bouncing it outside. That's where the room was. It gets the first down.
Navarrete. Good pass. There's Benavides. Another first down for the Chargers. Move the chains on back-to-back plays. Right back to the line. Chargers ready to go. Navarrete takes a snap. Benavides this time the out route. Stays in bounds. And then he steps out as he was fighting for more yardage.
Yep. Chargers kind of a little bit of a hurry-up mode. They're just trying to get to the line real quick, not giving the Panthers much time to kind of sub or do anything, really.
Navarrete again as they hurry up. Slant. Beautifully executed. Pass, catch. William Burgess able to hang on that slant route. 1st and 10 again for the Chargers. They're moving. They're in business now at the 25.
And I believe they have their at least 2 timeouts.
Smith the handoff. We near 4 minutes and now go under the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, like I said, the Chargers want to use as much of this 4 minutes as possible. Don't want to give the Panthers much time if you do score here.
2nd and 9. Ball at the 24. Navarrete trying to evade pressure. He couldn't. Jonathan Vasquez, credit him with the sack. And I was going to say, Kerry, if only for the moment, halts the Chargers' momentum.
Yeah, a little bit. He looked left, not right there, looked left, and just nothing there. Tries to step up away from the pressure, but there's just too many defenders in front of him.
3rd and 13. They're at the 28. Navarrete in trouble again, and again he goes down.
Yep, and they're bringing pressure, and it's kind of bothering him a little bit.
Gael Rodriguez with the sack. Big old number 78 in there is a defensive tackle. Let's see, ball's at the 31. Is this too far?
Well, Bell's out
for
there.
Mr. Nathan Bell.
He's
nope,
out there.
It's not. He's out there. This a 48-yard field goal attempt.
And he looks barefooted.
Snap, hold, kick. No good.
Getting up short.
It looked good from here.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, he looks barefoot, but he's wearing a shoe that's just kind of a low ankle shoe. But boy, that was close.
Boy, did that look good in real time. It must have gone just right, because from this vantage point, it didn't look like it came across on this side of the bar.
Right, and the crowd was cheering.
Right,
like they thought that he
right.
had made it
They thought
too.
the same thing.
Yeah, so
yeah, from this vantage point, it looked good. In case you can't tell, you can't infer from that. We are on the home side, as the announcer's booth, the press box, 99.9% of the time is on the home side at football stadiums. So now with 2:23 to go, United South takes over their own 31. A little bit of a wishbone look, if you will. Maybe there's a better description for it, but jumbled up their line of scrimmage in an obvious running type formation.
Yeah, they're not in a real big hurry here to do a whole lot. They're huddling up with 2 minutes, so. But I like that kick. I like trying that. You know, you got to. Bell can kick all day in practice, but you got to put him in a pressure situation and see what his length is, because you may need him in a big playoff game.
Same formation, this time some positive yardage out of it. And going back to Alfredo Sandoval. Got plenty of action on the Panthers' second drive of the ball game. South rotates, giving the ball to either Sandoval or Armando Cadena. Also used Roel Hernandez in the passing game quite a bit. Jonathan Teo, he's involved as well. Teo still on his feet. First down for South into Charger territory.
Cash Hill, touchdown saving tackle there, looked like. Now they made, well, they still about a minute 15 there, a minute 13, so they still have some time.
Yep, there's Hill going low to make the stop. There's Hernandez, Roel, the out route, and then gets out of bounds. A minute 2 left on the game clock. Second quarter winding down. South trying to take the lead. If not, maybe, just maybe, put themselves in position to tie, depending on how things work out. 2nd and 5 at the 40. Rolando Gonzalez lets it go. Pass complete. Across the 25. Inside the 20. Again, it's Jonathan Teo. Big target carry. He's got big size.
Yeah, and they're when this drive started, they were just kind of taking their time huddling. They've hit a couple plays, and now they still got time though. They don't have to hurry a whole lot.
You see the clock on your screen, under 50 seconds, now under 45 through the air. That went incomplete. Gonzalez looking for another big target, Aaron Mendoza. Junior receiver, though, not in position to make the play.
They put some good pressure on him. Cerber was in there kind of pressuring him. Stops the clock, but they do have a timeout in their back pocket, United South, if they need it.
At the 17-yard line, 2nd and 10. Gonzalez looking left. He's got 2 receivers to that side. He goes to the flat, dropped.
Oh, boy, wow.
If Armando Cadena hangs on, he might still be running.
Yep.
Or they're so close to the goal line, he might be wrapping up his run now. He might be celebrating by now.
They had 2 blockers in front of him.
He did.
And just not able to catch it.
Oh, you know he's going to want that one back.
Yep.
So 3rd and 10. All of a sudden, you make a stop here. Incomplete again. I was going to say, all of a sudden, now it's 4th and 10. Now, you would assume if you're the Panthers, you go for it, but you do so with a run. Or keep the clock running, right? Make Champion burn a timeout.
Yeah, or you kick a field goal. Let's see if they want to bring out their kicker and see what kind of leg he has.
It would be a 27-yard field goal,
well,
and that's what they're doing. That's the attempt.
35, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
35-yard field goal.
So
My bad. I was looking for the line of scrimmage initially.
We're good.
You're right.
Spotted at the 25, yeah. So let's see what kind of
35-yard field goal attempt. I think it was touched.
Ooh.
But it's still good.
He line drived it.
It sounded like maybe that ball was hit. But a 35-yard field goal knots us up at 10 with 26 ticks left before the intermission.
Well, he just barely cleared that line of scrimmage, and it may have gotten tipped, who knows, but either way it gets through, and we're tied up.
I'm going to talk to our awesome director-producer tandem, Bob and Cole. Is it possible to get a replay on that to see if maybe that was tipped? If it's not possible, no biggie. I'm just wondering if that ball indeed was tipped. Here we go.
Hard to tell there.
Kind of tough to tell. Yeah, it happened so fast. But from here, it sounded like I could have swore I heard the thump that you hear when someone blocks a kick. But the fact that it kept on going with the trajectory and speed at which it kept on going, if it was touched, it was barely grazed. Either way, 3 points for South, and we're tied at 10.
Well, that was a good-looking drive for the Panthers. They go 9 plays, 42 yards, took a minute 57 off the clock.
On a drive that, as you mentioned, Kerry, started with,
Slow.
Hey, we're in no hurry.
Yeah.
We're totally content to just run out the clock. If we get 6 yards combined on our first 2 plays from scrimmage and we milk the clock that way, we're totally content to just see this one through to halftime. Instead, they get 3 out of it. Return across the 30. There's a lane to the outside.
We'll see
Ridden out of bounds is Garland Whitehead.
Let's see how the Chargers play this. So you don't have much time. You got 18 seconds. You just kind of go into halftime and regroup, or you try to hit something and maybe get in field goal range. But, yeah, that drive we were talking about, it was 3rd and 2 at the 39, remember? And so if you stop them and they get a 16-yard run out of it and it gets the first down, then that keeps the drive going. And they ended up pushing it down far enough to get a first down, deep to where a field goal was possible.
Navarrete shotgun, twins to each side. Brady Smith to his left. Going to air it out. Over the middle, deep.
Ooh.
Too tall. Looking for Micah Middleton. And that's saying something because Middleton's a tall kid.
Yeah. And, boy, he had some steam on that one, didn't he?
He did. Good velocity.
Yeah, pretty strong arm there.
13 ticks left, 2nd and 10. Ball obviously still at the 40. This time short.
Just got to step out.
A little bit of a curl. Making a move to the inside was Brogan Dempsey before he then goes out of bounds. Just shy of the first down. 3rd and 1 at the 49, but right now what's more important than down in distance and where they are on the field is time. 8 seconds left in the second quarter.
2 plays at the most. One play.
There's Navarrete. This will be the last play. The play clock hits 0. Game clock, I should say. Airs it out deep. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Just like they drew it up. Brogan
Wow.
Dempsey. Touchdown champion. They're going to go into the halftime with a 17-10 lead potentially on this extra point.
How about that? How about the poise by the sophomore quarterback? Just doesn't panic, just stays in the pocket. He knows that this is going to be they had 8 seconds. I said they got maybe 2 plays. He's scrambling back there, takes all 8 seconds and says, I'm not going to force anything. I'm just going to see if something's open, and great job by Dempsey getting open and beating his man.
51-yard pass and score. They were at their own 49. Extra point for Mr. Bell. Good. Well, that's a way to go into this halftime, huh?
Yeah.
That is the way the first 24 minutes comes to a close. Seesaw first 2 quarters. Champion coming out, scoring on its first possession. Laredo United South answering minutes later. After that, the team traded field goals in the second quarter until that 51-yard touchdown on the last play right before the intermission. So at the half, from right here at Bernie ISD Stadium, Champion 17, Laredo United South 10, right here on the Charger Sports Network. It's halftime on opening nights.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Bernie Beat, sponsored by the Bernie Star. Here are the top stories from around Bernie ISD this week. Bernie ISD students had the best week of their young lives. Bernie Little League finished the season placing 4th in the world at the 2024 Little League World Series. Bernie fell in the U.S. Championship game to Florida before coming up a run short in the third-place game against Venezuela. The boys were welcomed home in grand fashion with a police escort from the airport, then a parade and celebration at Main Plaza with thousands of community members cheering them on in the rain. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the team and the community. A Bernie ISD teacher was honored with a new award. The 2024 BISD Teacher of the Year champions Robert Kolar was presented with the annual KENS 5 Excel Award as the top teacher in the district. Kolar, who teaches AP English and is the student council sponsor, was awarded $2,000 from Credit Human during a celebration with his wife and students in attendance. In March, Kolar was awarded $10,000 from Vic Vaughn Toyota of Bernie as the BISD Teacher of the Year. The segment will air on KENS 5 on September 3rd. Champion Chargers volleyball coach Kelly McDaniel earned her 100th career victory during last week's Piper tournament, with the Chargers taking second place on the weekend. McDaniel is in her second season as the Chargers coach. The Champion and Bernie volleyball teams opened up district play this week. In the next few weeks, BISD students will serve as guest hosts for the Bernie Beat as we continue the tradition of excellence with delivering the biggest news across the district. Stay tuned to watch our talented students such as Kennedy and others to host the Beat on camera. We're looking forward to it. Those are the top stories from around Bernie ISD this week. Thank you for watching. Have a great Labor Day weekend.
It has been just awesome to watch and to be from this town and just for us to all be together, you know, and cheer them on. I mean, they put Bernie on the map. If no one knew who Bernie was before, they know now.
It's been huge, and I don't think they truly realize the impact of it. The shirts, the hats, the colors, just seeing everyone come together has been so special. It's been so great. We are fairly new to Bernie, but we had heard how much of a tight-knit community it was before we moved here, and it just has been so solidified with just seeing this, how everyone's coming together, and we just have such a small town feel near such a big city, so that's been super cool, and just the excitement is unreal. The screaming, the yelling for all of the, hits and outs and things like that has been super cool.
All these people here and everyone that came to support, it's just crazy.
Dear parents and fans,
on the court or on the field, it gets very intense.
And at the end of the game, we remain humble in victory and gracious in defeat.
We need you to help us in respecting sportsmanship and competition.
Please do not engage in disrespectful conduct,
including verbal abuse of opponents, officials, or coaches.
Whether in social media or in the stands,
please remember the value and purpose of education-based athletics.
On behalf of Bernie ISD Athletics,
we ask everyone to assist us in benching bad behavior.
And that you are a positive role model, supportive parent, and responsible fan.
Your behavior has an impact.
Eyes and ears of students are watching and learning from you.
Thank you for supporting Bernie ISD Athletics.
At Bernie ISD, safety and security is our top priority. Let's review our safety and security protocols.
Hold in your room or area. Clear the halls.
Students, clear the hallways and remain in your room or in the area until the all clear is announced. Do business as usual.
Adults, close and lock the door. Account for students and adults. Do business as usual.
Secure, get inside, lock outside doors.
Students, return to the inside of building. Do business as usual.
Adults, bring everyone indoors, lock outside doors, increase situational awareness, account for the students and adults, do business as usual.
Lock down. Locks, lights, out of sight. Students, move away from sight. Maintain silence. Do not open the door. Adults, recover students from the hallways if possible. Lock the classroom door. Turn out the lights. Move away from sight. Maintain silence. Do not open the door. Prepare to evacuate or defend.
Evacuate. Students, leave stuff behind if required to do so. If possible, bring your phone. Follow instructions. Adults, lead students to the evacuation location. Account for students and adults. Notify if there are missing, extra, or injured students or adults.
Shelter. Hazard and safety strategy.
Students, use the appropriate safety strategy for the hazard. Adults, lead the safety strategy. Account for students and the adults. Notify if there are any missing, extra, or injured students or adults. In the event of an emergency, the only official messaging will be from law enforcement partners or Boerne ISD.
Stay safe, Boerne ISD.
You taught me to embrace my uniqueness and celebrate what makes me me.
Have someone in your back of your mind that cares about you.
You were a leader and you touched the hearts of so many students like me.
Your positivity has made a difference in my school life. Thank you for what you do.
I will think back to all the memories I had in your class, and I'm going to miss you all the more.
The kids are what got me here and what keep me here every day. And
I've been so blessed over the years to teach so many good kids.
The family camaraderie that a lot of my colleagues have taught my children. I've taught many of their children, and it just feels like a big family.
A mí me encanta trabajar aquí por los estudiantes y también por los maestros.
And I love working here because I have amazing students and amazing colleagues.
Became great friends with his classmates and ex-castmates. It was awesome. Oh, hey, Linky.
I got asked to write a letter for a teacher.
So, life changed, and he even asked me this year for more. Oh my goodness, Morgan!
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
What are we doing?
I have something to tell you, actually.
Hi. Hi! What are you doing?
I have a letter to read you. And I brought these for you because you've been such an impactful teacher in my life.
Knowledge from calculus that I provide. So yes, those are really cool moments where they start to see how things fit together and things make a little more sense.
There we go.
Okay.
Mr. Mertz, so wrote this for you.
It feels like ages since we shared a laugh. As I sit down to write this, I can't help but be washed over with nostalgia, reminiscing about the days when the classroom was the ultimate hub of excitement and inspiration.
You continue to inspire me. Your generosity and selflessness have shaped me into the girl that I am today.
As far as like my high school journey went, theater was probably the one big thing that taught me like the most about life.
Senior year is made up of all kinds of memories, both good and bad. However, when I look back at all the memories I made in your class, there's not one that doesn't put a smile on my face.
Thank you, Ms. Bailly, for your influence starting with elementary school through middle school. Your positivity has made a difference in my school life. Thank you for what you do.
I want to thank you from the depths of my heart for being more than just a teacher, a mentor, a muse, and a guiding light.
Love you. I appreciate your intentionality and guidance for me and all of your students. I will forever admire you in the way that you live your life. I love you, Addison.
What's most important is how you treat people, and that's really the only thing that matters, which is also good because that's the only thing that you can control. So, thank you.
Oh.
Gracias para que tú haciendo.
Gracias por lo que haces o gracias por lo que has hecho. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Mr. Mertz, for making my senior year just that much more special. As my year comes to an end, I already feel myself starting to miss you. Sincerely, Charlie DeGelis.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, buddy.
Hello everybody, my name is Michael Smith and I handle the hiring and development for Florida Bernie.
Hi, I'm Samantha Morganroth. I'm the program coordinator here at Dust Greenhouse.
I'm Heather Boyette. I am the marketing manager at Synergy.
When we're thinking about hiring Bernie ISD students, we really look at their work ethic. We look at how they show up, their references, their impact in the community. Are they involved? What is it they're trying to do?
First and foremost, relevant educational experience and any certifications in certain areas. Also, their willingness to learn, their work ethic, and not being afraid to ask questions.
We look for attributes such as communication, professionalism. One thing in particular that stands out to me is if somebody understands the career path that they would like to go through, having that vision and understanding brings commitment.
The biggest thing we look for when we're looking at employers is someone who has critical thinking and problem-solving skills. You have to have that in every industry you're in, and so, someone who can take a challenge and be creative about the way they solve it, and then use the resources around them. So use the people you know, the connections you have, your experiences, and just find a way to solve a problem.
I think from the marketing perspective, having any Adobe experience, Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, that sort of thing, and then having Microsoft Office knowledge or experience. On the engineering side, more so AutoCAD and then even Python.
So with a student, we would be looking for something that shows above and beyond, right? So any type of volunteer work, athletics, any type of engagement with the local community, that's something that not everybody does, and it can stand one individual out in comparison to other peers.
I would encourage Bernie ISD students to really get involved and to see what's out there in the workforce area of Bernie, Texas. There's a lot of jobs that you don't see just driving down the road. You have to go in and ask and say, hey, how does this work? So I'd encourage Bernie ISD students to get curious, find out where the work they want to do is happening, and go pursue it.
I think the students that have come to us have been exceptional. They've been smart and they've been on time.
I think the BISD students are great candidates. I mean, we have such a great community, affluent demographics in particular. That's tough to narrow down the really areas of opportunity, but I will say that the number one thing that I see in our business is the need for trades.
And then we also really look for people who are just really about getting involved. So whether it's with a sport or a church or a club or an organization or volunteer work, just people who are all about getting involved, and not just getting involved in every organization that you can, but really committing to a couple that are really important to you, finding ways to take on leadership roles, and that just really kind of shows that you're ready to invest in an experience.
Hey friends, I want to tell you about the Empowered Partner Program. It's a special program where local businesses and organizations promise to help us if we ever feel unsafe or need support. If you're in a tough spot, you can look for places with an Empowered Partner sticker on their door or window. It's great to know there are always safe places where we can go and get the help we need. Remember, you are not alone. There's always someone ready to support you in our community.
Every day, we come to school to learn, grow, and have fun. But safety is always our top priority. Whether it's bullying, mental health, suicide, or dangerous behavior, if you see something, say something. Sometimes we might notice something unusual or concerning. It's important to know that if you see something, you should say something, either in person, or anonymously using our QR code. If you notice someone being bullied, struggling with mental health, talking about suicide, or engaging in dangerous behavior, it's important to speak up.
Remember, if you see something,
say something.
This is one of those opportunities we hear about collaboration and how important industry is. This is what makes Bernie ISD so special, that we've actually implicated community partners with industry partners. And this marriage is just, well, it's why we're here tonight. Is Lincoln Electric is the world's largest manufacturer of welding equipment. They support us. They also support Joe and Amanda Martin within Martin Bros Custom. So that's how we met each other.
Learning that this opportunity is coming to us is pretty special. We're just, to be able to show our projects on a stage like this, it's really amazing, and to have an opportunity to speak about our experiences and what it means to be a part of something like this is really special.
For me, I think the most exciting part of the project was probably designing it, actually. I got to take kind of a more leadership step in designing it through CAD. And so that was a really cool opportunity for me because it's something that I've been working on for the last couple of years of how to use it, how to do it.
I think some of the challenges started, as any project, started right from the beginning. Really just getting what was in our brains onto a sheet of paper sounds easy, but it's actually extremely difficult. And that's where the whole project began. And that lays the foundation for how the rest of the project is going to go.
This project has helped me tremendously growing as a welder and a student, because as a welder you never truly master your craft. You're just getting better and learning. And with this project, it's just new challenges that every other project brings, and it just helped grow my skills.
It helped me grow as a welder and a student as a student, we learned lots of teamwork, dedication, responsibility, and work ethic. And as a welder, I got to learn how to weld on pipe and square tubing, especially 90-degree angles.
The real design problem was trying to design a gate that was worthy enough to go in front of a man that's building $500,000 to $1 million cars. And most of the time during gate construction, you want to be able to keep the gate low to the ground so livestock doesn't go underneath it. So be it that it was for a custom car builder, we were able to really get creative within our designs.
I've seen sketches of it, kind of rough sketches, but kind of when you see it in person, it kind of takes your breath away, really. And you think, well, it's just a gate, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears with these students, and just a lot of innovation. There's a lot of geometry, a lot of fabrication, just a lot of thinking, a lot of passion that went into it. So just to see it in person, it's really it's like, wow. I do this every day, and it takes my breath away. From what they learn in here. They don't only learn skills, they're learning how to work together, how to build, confidence in themselves. And to me, really, they can take this confidence and go start their own company. It's going to be the centerpiece of my business, so I can't wait to put it up.
Hi, my name is Caroline.
And I'm Sydney.
And welcome to Champion High School.
Today's WOW moment will be in Colonel Colvard's classroom, where students are learning how to operate the flight simulator.
So our aviation program is kind of the foundation of our program. There are several programs within the Air Force that the cadets can apply for Flight Academy scholarships and programs. And the inclusion of our flight simulator that we were graciously granted to us through the Bernie Education Foundation is an avenue to get our cadets experience in flying aircraft and kind of build upon that skill set.
I've been interested in flight for a long time. As soon as I joined the JRTC program, our curriculum and just speaking with our instructors got me interested in just planes and flying and the science of how all the avionics and aviation industry works. The simulator itself is top of the line. It's very immersive and you really feel like you're in an airplane, which is fantastic. You get that feeling that you're in the sky, you have your instruments, you have all the panels. So it's really an immersive, really interesting and exciting experience in and of itself.
Thank you for supporting every student, every teacher, and every school in Boerne ISD.
Before bed, I always watch eating ASMR.
So basically, the whole interview that we're going to be doing it in ASMR.
Hey guys. Am I supposed to be whispering? Yes. Oh my bad. Okay. My name is Andrew Stosberg. I'm the starting center. My name's Silas Miller, and I play defensive end. My name is Cooper Warzeka, and I am a backup left guard. My name's Cashel. I play corner. It's very ASMR-like, and there's nothing loud or violent going on in football. It is a very peaceful game, and I love it. It should be an Olympic sport. Come to our next game, August 30th. We're ready and excited for the upcoming season. That's match of the bone, bro. The champion environment is very great. One of our favorite things to do on the field is this. I'm just excited to play. Alright, next up on the list is me picking up Cooper and slamming him. As he comes in, it's there Williams. I'm about to do ASMR with the donuts. Alright, so today we have Churchill as a scrimmage. Every time we win a game, we play
We welcome you back to Boerne ISD Stadium. Second half about to get underway as the Chargers open the 2024 season right here on the Charger Sports Network against Laredo United South. 17-10 our score thanks to a 51-yard touchdown pass at the gun to Brogan Dempsey from Julian Navarrete. Kickoff fielded it right around the 15, crossed the 20, and around the 21-22 yard line, depending on the spot, is where the Panthers will begin their first drive. Kerry Barbosa, you know him, you love him, from the Boerne Star. Been there for going on 2 decades, right? 2+ decades, Kerry?
22 and a half years, but who's counting?
22 and a half years. You know the days and the seconds, too?
Not quite.
You can catch, obviously, Kerry's great work, the Boerne Star, also very active on Twitter, videos as well. Boerne Star Sport is his Twitter handle. Great work up and down, and I know you know these Chargers well, Kerry. As we open the third quarter, want to get your thoughts here in between plays on what you saw in that first half. First and 10 at the 24. Screen, complete. Go back to Jonathan Thale, who had several completions on that in that first half. As it now brings up second and around 6.
That little bubble screen, they worked that effectively. They usually get about 4 or 5 out of it. They're content with that. Well, it's a good, very competitive first half, I thought. I thought that was great first half. And then, of course, I hadn't seen a Hail Mary in a long time, but that's basically what it was right at the buzzer.
Kind of an organized Hail Mary, if you will, across the line. Not much beyond that.
Well, what I liked about Navarrete on that play is that he just kept his poise. You know, he didn't force anything. He didn't panic and try to run it. He just tried to see if anything was going to open up. He took a shot downfield and made a nice throw, and ends up 6 points.
Alfredo Sandoval, the carry, picks up 2. 3rd and 4 at the 30 for United South in their white jerseys with silver numbers in the black outline. White pants, silver and black stripes. A cross pass tipped around, falls to the ground, incomplete. And with 4th and 4, you fully expect, and yes, the punt team is coming on for South to punt it away.
Number 40, Maddox Wildly almost had a pick there, but it does hit the ground. Good defensive stand there by the Chargers coming out, getting a stop and forcing a punt, 3 and out here.
Quarterback Rolando Gonzalez, his first year as the varsity starting quarterback, also handles punting duties. Punt taken at right around the 35. Coming across midfield, making a cut, got some room. Round the 45, cross the 40, cuts back inside, a spin move.
Guess who?
Brogan Dempsey, he who caught the Hail Mary pass at the end of the first half, literally as time expired, with the first big play of the second half.
Good bookend to halftime. Great last play of the first half and great first play of the Chargers of the second half on offense or special teams.
Yeah, he runs well in space too. He not only moves.
And I tell you, the key there is he caught the ball in stride.
Yes.
He caught it running with a full head of steam. That got him, helped to get him downfield.
Chargers go 5 wide on their first play in the third quarter. Navarrete looking to his right, complete. Micah Middleton, a couple of receptions in the first half. His first grab there of the third quarter, good for a first down.
And that nice return by Cerber, setting him up. Good field position.
At the 25, Navarrete again looking right. This time goes that way again. Benavides, Lucas also getting a couple of touches in the first half. Begins the third quarter with a reception right away. 9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1.
He came forward. They got to let this player get off the field. They have too many minutes. He's got to get off.
Benavides does get off the field. Snap to Navarrete. Hand. Smith. Nothing there initially. Cuts it back to his left. And Brady doing a nice job of making nothing into something.
That's twice. Brady Smith goes up. There's a kind of just a big scrum there in the middle. He goes left, takes it outside, and both times gotten positive yards out of it.
Another first down. It's 1st and goal now because they're at the 10. Navarrete the shotgun. Hands, Brady Smith. Whoa. Knocked off his feet, lunged forward. Gain of 2. Second and goal at the 8. Smith to Navarrete's left. Navarrete keeps. Into the end zone. No. It looked for a moment like William Burgess had it. Couldn't hang on. So we go to third and goal at the 8.
Well, that was a strike by Navarrete. He's showing his strong arms. He's got a great arm.
Yeah, Navarrete throwing some darts. Just a sophomore. First year as a varsity quarterback. Split receivers to each side. Brady Smith to his right. Navarrete back in shotgun as he checks the sideline. Looking right. Now looking left. Lets it go that way. Back of the end zone. Touchdown Champion. Micah Middleton able to haul it in. I was waiting for the official call. It came. And Champion now up 2 touchdowns.
And again, Navarrete showing great patience. Just watch him just kind of looking all over the field, looking. Now he throws off his back foot, but gets enough behind it. Just great catch there also by Middleton. Holding on to the ball. Looked like he bobbled it, but he does secure it right in front of the referee.
Nathan Bell on for the extra point. Perfect as he was all of last year. 3 for 3 thus far tonight. Little more than 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. We're going to commercial break. Champion, 24-10. We're back right here on the Charger Sports Network. They've come in different quarters, but on back-to-back possessions, the Champion Chargers scoring off the arm of Julian Navarrete. Hail Mary to Brogan Dempsey to end quarter number 2. A strike to Micah Middleton in the back of the end zone to begin quarter number 3. 24-10, Chargers on top with 8:53 still remaining in the third period. Kickoff for Nathan Bell. Taking it right around the 19, maybe the 18. Not much there. Fantastic job by that Chargers kick coverage team. Cade Vick there and waiting. Fantastic pursuit, then making the tackle.
Well, Laredo United South, first drive of the half, they come out, they go 3 and out. They got to get something going here because there is a penalty, it looks like, on the play. But Chargers have scored their last 2 possessions, one, like you mentioned, right before the half, and then their first possession of the second half. So that's 14 quick points on the board. So Panthers have to get something going here. This game's going to start to slip away from them pretty quick.
We'll get some extra yardage here. The penalty on Champion. So the ball at the 28. That's where the Panthers will start their second possession of the second half. Rolando Gonzalez. In shotgun, he's got twins to his left. Single receiver, now make that twins to his right as well. Steps up, lets it go. Incomplete. Roel Hernandez, who made several plays in the first half, unable to hold on there.
And they've had a couple drops tonight, and that's part of early game jitters, I guess. But those, when you're down 24-10, you got to start making those plays, start catching those balls that are easy catches for you.
On 2nd and 10, same formation for the Panthers. Twins to each side. This time they hand, though. Up the middle. Armando Cadena. 3, maybe 4, depending on the spot. They're going to mark it at the 31.
I think is a crucial junction here for the Panthers, because if they don't get a first down, it's going to be 2, 3 and outs, and Chargers are feeling some momentum right now.
On 3rd and 8, rolling left. Gonzalez lets it go, complete, but well shy of the first down. William Reyes.
Still going.
No, he's not well short. I looked down for a second, my bad. I looked back up, and right as Kerry's saying, no, he's still going, sure enough. There's number 17, and I'm thinking, what in the world is he still doing running?
I think he spun off the defender.
That had to have been it.
Yeah, but there is a flag. There was a couple guys mixing it up down here near the line, behind the line of scrimmage, so I don't know if that was an offense or defense. The flag's at the 37 or so, and it was well after the play. The play was downfield.
So it's still a first down, so it must have been it was post-play.
Yeah, it was.
Here's the play again. Yep, never fully went down. Heads-up play by William Reyes.
Yep, good job knowing that he didn't hear a whistle.
Yes.
So he just kept running. And afterwards there were a couple guys kind of on the ground rolling around.
And because it was after the play, the Panthers' first down stands, but as opposed to being in Charger territory, that their own 45. Hernandez this time complete.
Oh,
little button
there's a late hit.
Slant, and then the penalties before or after he was able to take that little curl route and then spin it to the outside. They're going to tack on more yards, you would think, with what this call appears to be.
And that was a great play by Laredo United South, just because it was 3rd and 7. It looked like it was going to be short, like you said, in probably a punting situation. That would have been their second 3 and out. Instead, the receiver gets up, rolls off the defender's body, and they're getting more yards here. So they're just hanging tough right now.
Ball at the 22. See if Panthers can follow through with what would be a great answer. Gonzalez rolling. Brought down it right around the line of scrimmage. Might not qualify as a sack because I think Gonzalez got back to the original line. We shall see.
Yeah, not a whole lot there for him. He's looking downfield, nothing there. Decides to tuck and run. Just got maybe one out of it, like you said.
He did. He gained a yard.
Yeah, avoids the sack.
Ball at the 23. Handoff. Scadena again. Armando fighting for some yardage inside. That's where most of his yards come. Between the tackles type of runner. Not big. You see him there standing next to his teammates. Stout build, though. Stands to reason why he prefers to run inside the tackle, not only because he's a little stocky, but kind of hard to see for those big old defensive linemen once he gets in those big crowds. Big down here, 3rd and 6 at the 20. Gonzalez snap, looking left, tucks, then lets it go. Incomplete, looking for Hernandez. Good defensive pressure, though, and good defensive presence by Cash Hill there defensively.
Yeah, there was a little, they put a, Chargers busted through, put a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, kind of made him throw it, excuse me, before he was ready to. And looks like they're going to try another field goal.
Well, 4th and 6, they hit a 45-yard a little while ago. This one is 37 yards. Would cut it to a 11-point game. No good. That one might have been touched at the line. It looked like it was headed one way and then kind of deflected another, changing the path of the ball. Regardless, Champion takes over. And now an interesting spot, Kerry, because you go to think back to just 7 seconds left in the second quarter. This game's tied at 10. We're now not even midway through the third, and Champion's about to take the field for an offensive drive that you get the sense they can get 6 here, pretty much put the thing away.
Yeah, it's definitely if they're able to do that, definitely give them a lot of momentum, and they'll make it really tough on Laredo United South, who's they're a good mix, but they don't really throw the ball downfield. A lot of their passes are just that short screen stuff.
Navarrete complete. It's Benavides trying to fight his way for more yardage. Not much beyond the 22, 23-yard line. Lucas is senior.
You put a running team like Laredo United South or just short passing game, you put them behind the scoreboard, it makes it tough to come back.
Another quick pass, hook route. It's complete to Brogan Dempsey. Third and 3 at the 27. Navarrete quickly, 5 wide for the Chargers. Empty backfield. Pass complete and a first down. Nice job, Benavides, not only looking that one in, but then making sure he got past that first down marker.
Yeah, good job circling back there, away from the coverage. And like you said, just bought himself enough daylight just to get the first down and move the chains. And here, Chargers, another chance to take some more time off the clock.
Working quickly as they have throughout this ball game. Navarrete surveying, lets it go. First catch of the night for Zachary Lopez, sophomore receiver. Kerry mentioning at the top of the broadcast, a lot of sophomores, young team for this Charger program, coming off a playoff season from a year ago. 8 wins. Navarrete over the middle again. 2 straight plays in which, after not having seen the ball, Zachary Lopez gets his paws on the football. Cross midfield. Chargers hurrying up. First and 10 at the Panther 43. Zachary Garcia hurrying off the field. Deep pass, Navarrete. He's got a man. Touchdown. Brady Lampkin. And dare I say, because there's still 4:36 left in the third quarter, the kind of score that makes you go, yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for Laredo United South to kind of rebound from this kind of a outlook right now.
Yeah, definitely an uphill battle the rest of the way for the Panthers tonight, but great job by the offense, just moving the ball. They've come out hot. They scored touchdowns in their last 3 possessions. That Hail Mary just kind of seemed to spark them.
Nathan Bell puts the extra point through. Game has changed, and it's changed in a hurry. 4:36 remaining in quarter number 3. Champion on top, 31-10. We're back right after this on the Chargers Sports Network.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
A lot to cheer about here at Bernie ISD Stadium from the Chargers' perspective. Champion scoring on their last 3 possessions when you go back to the end of the second quarter. And just like that, they've turned what was a 10-10 ball game into a 31-10 contest. Latest score coming on a Brady Lampkin touchdown reception from Julian Navarrete. And it caps what's been a dizzying last 3 possessions for this champion offense.
Yeah, they scored 3 touchdowns in their last 13 plays from scrimmage, so they're really rolling here. And like I said, that Hail Mary just kind of, something clicked after that Hail Mary. They've come out a lot of confidence in the second half.
Coach Blaine Ellis may have said something to them at halftime as well. Kick taking it right around the 1, across the 20. Good head of steam. Near the 40. Good return, especially considering this one was caught near the goal line. Alfredo Sandoval with the return. And the Panthers must have heard what I said a moment ago and said, this game's not over yet. No way. There is a penalty marker on the field.
Well, you mentioned the 3 touchdown ones to Brogan Dempsey, One's to Micah Middleton, the other's to Brady Lampkin. So Navarrete, who ran for the first one, has found 3 different receivers, gotten the ball into the end zone. So right now, just kind of spreading the field, mixing it up, throwing to different guys. Just great debut by the sophomore quarterback for the Chargers.
Better than I think he could have even envisioned in terms of his individual output. Scoring on that first possession, and then after they settled in late in the second quarter, putting the foot on the gas. United South going to take over its own 10 following the penalty on that kick return. Screen complete and run out of bounds past the 15-yard line.
Good move. Just got around the defender there, just kind of skirted him. And didn't get a first down, but watch him just kind of run right by the defender right there. just kind of gets by him, and good 7-yard gain or so.
He used Jonathan Theo as a bit of a shield.
Yeah, a little screenplay there.
It's good for 6 yards. On 2nd and 4, Gonzalez under center, rolls to his left. He's a lefty, lets it go. We'll see if that's a catch by Roel Hernandez. Officials say no.
Yeah, I think he caught it, but I think he was out of bounds. Yeah, that time there was a little bit of room. He had a little bit of daylight ahead of him. I didn't know if he would maybe try to tuck and run, but just saw a guy downfield, just not able to connect with him. It looked like there was a flag. Nope. Official on the side over there was motioning something, but I think he was just saying incomplete. I think they were just confirming it was incomplete. They came out and lined up. The official has the ball.
Moving to their hash.
I guess because the ball was incomplete. So
3rd and 4 at the 16. See if the champion defense can get off the field. Up 31-10. All the momentum going the Chargers' way. Gonzalez looks like he might be changing the play. Looking right, now looking left. Over the middle, complete. Deus, first down yardage. Jonathan Theo, excuse me.
That was a nice play. Nice passing catch by the Panthers. Gets them a first down. And the Chargers that time brought pressure. Quarterback felt it, got away from the pocket, and made a nice throw.
They're at the 36 now. In motion is Roel Hernandez. Going deep over the middle. That one broken up. We'll have none of that, saying Jayden Davis. Davis breaking up what was an intended pass for Roel Hernandez.
And that time Gonzalez with a little bit of room ahead of him again, a little bit of daylight, but he prefers just to throw it downfield. Doesn't run a whole lot.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line. Gonzalez, Rolando, nothing. Waiting for him was Ethan Jensen.
I guess he heard me and said, I'll show you I can run. And he tried to run, and Chargers bailed me out and made me look good there. Good stop by the defense.
Jensen making the stop right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 10. Second third down already on this young possession for the Panthers. They converted moments ago on a completion to Jonathan Theo. Aaron Mendoza in motion, going back to Theo, this time incomplete. And the punting unit coming on for the Panthers.
And that was kind of one of those that it was maybe not the perfect throw, definitely catchable. And we've seen about 3 or 4 of those tonight from the receivers of the Panthers, just not able to hold on to that ball. And that would have, I don't know if they would have got the first down, but that it would have had possibilities at least.
Another quarterback, Rolando Gonzalez, handles punting duties as well. Brogan Dempsey Fields tackled shortly thereafter. Champion takes over. Zone 41, 3:03 still remaining in quarter number 3.
Well, I know the Chargers want to stay aggressive. We'll see how they play it. Maybe you throw in a few more run plays here just to try to burn some more clock. Instead of doing the hurry up, you just kind of take a little bit more time just to kill some clock. We're sitting on a 3-touchdown lead. Let's see how they play it going forward.
That touchdown pass to Brady Lampkin on the last possession really giving him options now, because now they can, although they go deep here. Navarrete takes a shot.
Almost picked off.
So I'm keeping my eye on Navarrete to see if he's okay.
Yeah, he took a pretty good shot there. He's kind of slowly getting up.
He looks to be fine generally. He was hunched over a little bit when he first came up. Oh, by the way, the pass incomplete.
Almost picked off.
As the 4 eyes up here kept an eye on Navarrete to see if he was okay. No interception, though the effort was there. 2nd and 10. Complete. Benavides, midfield. Going to give him forward progress. That's where they'll mark the ball. Lucas with several catches tonight.
Times Navarrete read that one right, because Panthers brought pressure. They brought 5 men in. They brought a blitz. And he knew he didn't have a whole lot of time, so he got rid of it quick.
3rd and 2. Navarrete going to keep. He's going to pick up the first down.
Just slide, young man.
And he did.
Good job.
Into Panther territory. At the 43 officially. Chargers. Twins to each side. Brady Smith to Navarrete's right. Navarrete again. Taking him what the defense is giving him, so to speak. William Burgess, just like Benavides before him, just like Brogan Dempsey, just like Brady Lampkin a couple of times, all kind of settling in there after that curl route. Just stopping, playing a little pitch and catch. Another 1st and 10, Navarrete airing it deep into the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for William Burgess.
Flag.
Penalty marker on the play.
That one's tough. But I think because the defender never turned around, I think that's where they're going to get him, if they get him here. The receiver made a play for the ball. The defender just never turned around. He got lost. They're talking about it.
The officiating crew you see in the white hat, that's Brock Pittman. Umpires Paul Yoder. Headline judge is Ryan Duffy.
They wave it off.
No penalty.
Yeah, that was, again, one of those borderline kind of deals. And I think at the last second, let's see, I think the defender kind of makes an effort there. He's kind of turned around.
He's turning right there. You can see his profile.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, his face is facing the camera. Brady Smith brought down, or else he might still be running. Yandel Lopez the stop.
Brady Smith picks up about 4 yards for the Chargers.
That was great camera work by our crew out there.
Fantastic job slowing that up
Yandel Lopez,
as well. Another 3rd down. This one's 3rd and 6. Brady Smith out of the flat. Brought down on the other end of the field.
Brady Smith on the reception.
Again, it's Yandel Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez, great open field tackle.
They must have him keying on Smith, because he made the stop on Smith on the other end of the field. Now he's able to make the tackle on Smith over here on our side of the field. Either that or Lopez is just everywhere.
He's just that fast,
which might very well be the case. Nathan Bell, 45-yard field goal. That one wide left. I could see that one from here. That one, unlike his previous attempt that was no good, I could tell this one did not go through the uprights.
Yeah, the thing about that one though, he's got the length, he's got the distance. He's just got to kind of straighten it out, put it in between the uprights. But this is when you work on all that in real games. Like I said, you can kick all day in practice, but unless there's that pressure of a real game, it doesn't really matter, and you need him to, kind of learn from this, and then later on in district play or in playoff game, when there's pressure, he's been through this.
And this, what we're seeing right now, is kind of what I meant a little while ago as Champion was mounting toward that touchdown that put him up 31-10. When I made the comment that a touchdown here would seem like it would put this one away, so to speak, what I meant is Cadena gets to carry, pitch, out to the left, first down yardage toward the 40-yard line. What I meant was it puts Champion in the driver's seat, and considering that United South, the ball eventually spotted the 39 of the Panthers, with the Panthers being a running team, it's going to be awfully tough for them to make up 21 points, and it just gives Champion the opportunity to not have to be perfect from here on out. In other words, because they got that touchdown, even though they punted just moments ago, or missed a field goal, I should say, moments ago, that pass incomplete, intended for Roel Hernandez, because they got that touchdown, even with that missed field goal, they're still up 21 points as we're closing in on the end of the third quarter. In other words, no matter what happened the rest of the way, even if the score stays 31-10, it puts Champion in position to be able to apply the pressure, and it gives them options with the clock as well.
Yeah, I agree. It just, big Laredo United South, they're down 21. You don't have a lot of room for error on their end. Chargers can miss the field goal. They can have punt, and it's not going to hurt them as much as it would a team that's trailing.
Well, at the 39 up the middle. Nice burst for Roel Hernandez. He's tackled before he gets to midfield. Also before he got to the 49, which is key because that's where the first down marker is.
This should do it for the quarter.
When we come back, United South faces 3rd and 2 from their own 47-yard line. Champion going into the fourth, put those fours up with a 31-10 lead on the Panthers. You're watching the Chargers Sports Network.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Birdie be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Bernie.
Bernie ISD Stadium, the site, as the Charger band playing a little Sweet Caroline. Chargers on their way to a sweet victory on opening night if they can hold. 21-point lead to start quarter number 4. 3rd and 2. It's going to be close, but I think the Panthers got it. They needed to get to the 49. It looks like Theo got to the 50.
Yeah, he got it. When he got tackled, he kind of got slung forward, and I think that's what got him that first down. But again, you're down 3 touchdowns. You're still kind of running the ball, so it's just kind of what you do, I guess. But Panthers do throw the ball. They don't throw deep. They just throw the short stuff, the screens and all that.
Yeah, everything works off the run. Over the middle, that went incomplete. They were looking for Aaron Mendoza. They've gone his way a couple of times. Yet to complete one to Aaron.
Yeah, seeing right there, that was about a 10-yard pass. That's kind of what they throw. That if they're going to throw downfield, they'll throw the 10, 15, maybe 20-yarders. But you don't see the bombs. You don't see the deep passes. That's just kind of not what they do. I'm sure they're capable of it, but they prefer the short bubble screens and all that. And then, like you said, a lot of it is predicated by the run game.
On 2nd and 10, there's a dump. Met right away is Armando Cadena. Several Champion defenders there, among them Silas Miller. Silas, a senior defensive lineman.
Yeah, and that's part of their game, just that little screen play, just trying to get something going there. And they do get some positive yards, but facing a 3rd and 8 here, and you may be in 4 down. I don't know. At this point of the game, with down 21, may not got nothing to lose at this point, really going for it.
Brady Giles there as well for the Chargers. Big down, as you mentioned, Kerry. United South recognizes that too, so they want to talk it over. 3rd down and 8. They're officially at the champion 48. Down 21. This the kind of opportunity you get the sense, and this is going back to what I said a little while ago, if they are to have any shot to get back in this ball game, this is the kind of play they need to capitalize on. Now, you mentioned 4-down territory. Yes, but if you get no positive yardage here, you're facing 4th and 8. Makes it all, and you're near midfield, makes it all that more difficult. So a big down here is the Panthers meet to discuss exactly how they want to attack this Charger defense in this scenario.
Yeah, and you think about it, if you are, they've already thought probably they're going to go for it. If you're going to go for it on 4th down, you don't have to get all 8 here. Maybe you can get half of it. So you can look at it as a 2-possession type thing to try to get that 1st down.
Shotgun for Rolando Gonzalez under pressure. The Chargers got there. Fantastic job of getting there in time, Jonah Farias. And we were debating, is this 4-down territory?
Well, not after that sack.
After that sack,
Yeah.
it kind of helps make first-year head coach Carlos Gonzalez's mind, helps him make his decision pretty easy when it comes to what he was thinking.
Yeah, and the Chargers knew they were going to be passing situations, so they brought the pressure, brought the blitz, and it worked.
Brogan Dempsey back to receive the punt, takes a hop. He's going to let it go by him. And this one dies again inside the 5.
It's 3 times they've had to start a drive within their own 5-yard line.
Christian Martinez able to down it at the 3.
I think he's leading the state in coffin corner kicks this after the first week.
Rolando Gonzalez not only doing a nice job as quarterback tonight, especially considering it's his first varsity start. He's a junior. But as Kerry mentioned, also.
Well, NFL, they keep track of all that. How many times can you pin a opposing team inside the 20? He's done it 3 times, and man, he's done it not only inside the 20, but inside the 5, inside the 3, really.
Also making it known that he can punt a little as well. Chargers in no hurry. Handoff is to Zachary Garcia. Junior running back picks up a couple. 5, actually. 2nd and 5 now at the 8. Garcia again. Met right at the line of scrimmage, may have lost a yard. As Brady Smith gets a breather. See big old number 68, Taylor Castillo, the senior lineman. Big size, potentially a big future. Little slow to get up, but appears to be okay. Benavides again, this time bursting forward, 1st down yardage, and that's key for Champion. Time more of an ally than points. Up 21 as we go near 9 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, that's the goal right now. Just the clock is your friend. Just keep burning some clock, and let's get out of here.
Out toward the sideline, it's Mark Thompson. His first catch of the ball game.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I was really thinking this. That doesn't mean you're not going to pass the ball. You're still going to pass the ball because you got almost 9 minutes, but you're going to predominantly be run heavy, but there's still going to be the option to throw the ball. Looks like Navarrete's going to keep it, and he got out of bounds for some reason.
Well, yep. It's part of being a sophomore. I think part of being a sophomore, didn't automatically think right there, let me just slide and die right here. Take more time off the clock. It's going to come with time.
And that's a film session thing, right? That's
no doubt.
That's something you point out in film session.
That's awareness. That'll come with time and reps. To the outside, again, it's Garcia. Zachary carrying the load here on this possession. Bring up 2nd down. That Navarrete run did get the Chargers a first. So following that, Garcia runs 2nd and 8 now at the 30.
Chargers a little out of sync there. Just want to take a timeout just to kind of make sure everybody's on the right page.
.752 showing on the clock. It's a good test for Champion, a 6A squad. One
playoff team.
Oh, great minds think alike there, Kerry. I was going to say one that made the playoffs last year, although I don't think I should have put my mind in your mind's category. That's just your mind's leading, my mind's just kind of following along. But a good test, especially considering that district the Champion is now in, thanks to realignment.
Right.
You know, after these first couple of pre-district games, the likes of Smithson Valley, Piper, I mean, a Murderer's Row, Wagner's in there, New Braunfels moved down.
Yep.
Victoria East in there, along with Seguin, MacArthur, rounding out that district 13 5A in Division 1 of 5A, and just a Murderer's Row once you get into district play.
Yeah, that was one thing. And they were in a tough district last year. They had the Buda Hayes and Lehman in there. Canyon was in there, and they swapped some of those out, but it's still a really tough district, and they were picked to finish 6th last year, and they finished 3rd, so right now they're picked to finish out of the mix, but they want to prove them wrong again.
Bad snap. Navarrete handles. Not much there. And Navarrete there smartly says, you know what, no need to try to be a hero here. I'm just going to, although Navarrete ginger to get up. Uh-oh. Little limp action there. He's favoring that left leg.
Yep, I wonder if Whitehead is the backup. Garland, let's see if he can work it out, or they're kind of burning some clock here.
Yeah, the play clock down to 15. As the game clock continues to go, well, you can see now that they're still really favoring that leg. Shaking it off.
I think they're going to burn another timeout.
Yeah, they waited for that play clock to wind all the way down.
I think they just want to check on him, make sure he's okay. And Whitehead's getting the ball, and I think he's going to throw. He's at least warming up.
I would think, Kerry, and I say this as never served as a head coach in any capacity, not even Little League. But with the score in mind, I would think, why risk anything? Just get him out, you know. Now you can make an argument for the flip side. If it was competitive,
right,
and you know, guys are still really, really getting after it, take him out in that situation. In this case, maybe it's a little bit more safer. But I'm thinking you're up 21, 7 minutes. He's a sophomore. He's kind of favoring that leg pretty distinctly. Why take any chances?
Yeah, and I guess that's one thing they want to check. You know, what was it? Was it a tweak? Was it are you cramping? If it's a cramp, maybe he works through it. But they did have Garland Whitehead coming to the sideline. Josh Atkins, the quarterback coach who played at UTSA, was warming him up there, and they got another player to take that spot to throw back and forth with Whitehead. But yeah, I think they were just that timeout. They just wanted to check on him. So he's kind of running.
He's coming back, and he looks to be fine. He's moving fine.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just a stinger or he just
tweaked the ankle a little bit.
Yeah, tweaked, or maybe, like I said, maybe a cramp or something.
The jog looks strong.
Yeah.
39, snap, back to throw. He airs it out right away. Just over the outstretched arms of Mark Thompson. You mentioned Josh Atkins a little while ago, Kerry. Josh, before his days at UTSA, a star at Smithson Valley.
Yep.
Now a star, an assistant coach, the quarterback's coach you mentioned, for these champion Chargers, as you see again. Great effort by Thompson. Just couldn't quite get there, and the Chargers will punt it away.
Josh also assistant basketball coach.
Yes.
He was at least last year.
Yep.
I remember I was talking to him. It was in December, and Smithson Valley, of course, made it to the state finals last year in their district with champion. Boy, they had to use all 3 timeouts here, the Chargers. Not sure what's happened. A little out of sync here on this drive.
6:59 still to go, but go ahead, Kerry.
Well, so I was talking to him, and Smithson Valley was in a playoff game, so I was at the basketball game. I just talked to him afterwards. I gave him a score update. He's like, "Yeah, go Rangers!" You know, he's still cheering for his old team.
Yeah.
Except I know, of course, when Champion plays him, that he wants the Chargers to win. But that's probably the only time he doesn't want Smithson Valley to win.
Well, circling back to what we were talking about just moments ago, boy, are those district matchups going to be fun. I mean, Champion Smithson Valley is a district matchup. Piper Champion is a district matchup. Piper Smithson Valley is a district matchup. New Braunfels against any of those three aforementioned teams, a district matchup.
Look at Wagner.
Wagner against any of those three is now a district matchup. It's going to be fun to watch. Easily one of the best 5A districts in all of Texas. There's the punt. Fielded it right around the 39. And then Raul Hernandez pushed out of bounds.
That was a love tap. That was.
Well, and good sportsmanship by Brady Lampkin coming right over right away and saying, "Hey, you okay?" Kind of doing the live action. Hadn't heard the whistle. You know, that's what you do. It's not a sport that's for the faint of heart. Nice job there of Brady of coming over right away, checking on him, and just kind of saying, "Hey, didn't mean to do the whole shove you hard while you're on the sideline type of thing. It's just being a competitor."
Well, and people call it a contact sport. I kind of look at it as a collision sport sometimes.
Yeah, that's a great differentiation. There's contact in basketball.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean basketball is a collision sport.
Soccer, too.
There's contact in soccer. Doesn't mean it's a collision sport, although you do see more collisions in soccer. Well, I would say basketball you see your fair share with when offensive fouls are drawn and, you know, someone goes to contest a shot. But to your point, there is no other sport like this.
Nope, and you only play it for a few months, and then we were talking about earlier, there's no club things you can play in the off season. It's very different.
On 2nd and 2, United South picks up the first down. Hernandez getting the carry to move the chains. And when I say there's no other sport like this one, I should probably clarify. There's no other sport like this one in which a ball is involved. Because I think some would say that boxing is probably, or UFC, or, you know, mixed MMA is probably a little bit more brutal than football. Ball's on the turf. But Gonzalez able to fall right back on it, so the Panthers retain possession.
Yeah, and I would, you know, as far as football being different, you can box, let's say, every 2 months, every 3 months. But football, like I said, when you're done in November, December, you don't do that for 8 months. And we were talking about earlier, you know, you play volleyball, you go to your club team and you play.
Right.
You can't do that in football. It's just it's a very different sport.
Fooling no one. At least not the Smithson Valley defense.
Carry made by number 10, Jonathan
Cade Vick.
Tackle made again by number 46, Cade Vick, for the loss.
Cade Vick there right away as Jonathan Theo got the ball. Vic timing it perfectly. 3rd and 15 as we go under 5 minutes to go. And a game Champion leads 31-10 over Laredo United South.
Pressure.
Gonzalez facing that pressure, lets it go. It's complete. Alfredo Sandoval. Oh. Whoa, takes a shot near the sideline. He's near first down yardage. Bringing the wood is Carter Thompson.
Well, there was one of those collisions we talked about. You know, basketball is contact, but you don't get hit like this in basketball or any other sport.
And if you do, you get thrown out.
Yeah.
Or if you do the hitting like that, you get thrown out.
Well, really in life, if you hit anybody like that in life, you get thrown in jail.
Right. 4th and 1, they're going down 21 points. First down. Pretty obvious. All that's left is the official spotting of the ball.
Yeah, who was
the chain's moving.
Dick Butkus or one of those guys said, "Yeah, I can do stuff on the field that I couldn't do on the street." You know, it's legal out in between the whistles. It's all legal.
You think of guys like Jack Tatum Ronnie Lott. Thinking of Rodney Harrison. Guys that not only look to hit you, look to punish you and send messages. And I'm naming a lot of guys, who played in the secondary. But then you get guys like Butkus, Ray Lewis, Jack Lambert. Those linebackers who were big but could also run and could really hurt you, and tried to send messages when they did. No gain, bringing up 2nd and 10.
I think of Ronnie Lott, who had a finger injury,
Yep.
pinky injury. He said, hey, don't worry about it. Just cut the end of the
Cut the
finger
finger.
off.
That was
Yep.
a game against the Cowboys.
Yeah, he cut his finger off.
It's a game against the Cowboys. Cut it off. Pass incomplete. Gonzalez rolling to his right as he was throwing left. Yeah, he had them amputate the leg. Or the leg, excuse me, the finger. I'm doing the Paul Bunyan thing where by the end I'm like, they cut off his legs and his arms. He had no head at the end of the night, but he had him amputate the tip of the finger so he could play in a playoff game 2 weeks later. By the way, they ended up losing that playoff game. And to this day, Ronnie Lott's like, what was I thinking? Like you hear him talk about it now, and he'll say that was one of the biggest mistakes. What a boneheaded move. But in the moment when you're out there, you don't want to let your teammates down. That was his mindset. 3rd and 10. Gonzalez rolling left. Incomplete. Kind of a dangerous throw. Several champion defenders in the area.
In traffic, but he was getting pressured, Gonzalez, so he kind of had to get rid of it. Or he takes a sack. Watch here. Well, they got a lot of traffic in there. And he's rolling left, just kind of he's getting pressured right there by one of the defenders. Looks like Brady Giles.
Yeah. Brooks Warwick was there too, as was Carter Thompson. 4th and 10. Gonzalez lets it go. That's complete. Is it a first down? It's going to be close depending on the spot. William Reyes, the reception.
He got it, I think.
I think he did too. No measurement. They're moving the chains.
Oh, one of the Charger players is down. Hate to see that so late in the game.
First down. We have an official's timeout.
Charger on the field. Official timeout because of it.
Well, I've always said, as far as a football team, from your first game, because like I said, we've been talking about you don't play for about 8 months. So that first game, I think you improve from week to week, but I think the biggest gain as a team is from that first week to the second week, because you finally got that first game in 8 months under your belt, and then I think you get a lot better going into that second week. And then you build every week, but it's incrementally. I think the biggest jump is from this week to next week.
For the Chargers, Carter Thompson making his way off the field. Appears to be favoring his right arm. Not going to speculate on the nature of the injury, just to say that his right arm is what appears to be giving him trouble, but going to get no specific beyond that. I'm not a doctor.
You just play one on the radio.
Just play one on TV, on the streams. That, and I slept at a Holiday Inn last night. 1st and 10 at the 22. Give. Up the middle. Good carry and good yardage. It's Alfredo Sandoval. You could call him kind of the second part of the 1-2 punch with Armando Cadena the entire night. He's got the Panthers down to the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, they're at the 10. Another hand, again, it's Sandoval.
Oh, look at that effort.
Well, he's he's dragging Chargers inside the 5 to about the 3.
Just love that effort there. Panthers want to score, and they say, yeah, you know, 2.5, you're going to beat us, but hey, we're going to score. We want to score here. Let's end this game on a positive note. Something to build on for next week.
Clock nearing 2:15. They'll get the touchdown, then they'll try the onside kick if they get the 6 first, and then they'll see what happens from there. But to give to Jonathan Theo.
Oh, that was a quick whistle there. I thought the pile was still moving.
That's a good point, Gary. I heard the whistles too. I look down, and then I see Theo kind of going into the end zone, and I'm thinking, was his momentum ever really truly stopped?
He was kind of a rugby scrum, and it's at officials' discretion on when you blow it on that. But I thought the pile never really stopped moving. Maybe it did long enough for them to blow it.
Ball's at the 3, 3rd and goal. 1:40 and counting left in the ball game. Hernandez in motion. He gets the ball. He gets in the end zone. 31-16.
The only score of the quarter.
All right, so what is your 1 point, 2 point scorecard tell you at this point? Is this still automatically an extra point? Like, does 2 help you?
I think you just kick it a minute, 90 seconds. Gotta have the deep snapper in there, though. That's important.
Yeah, you kind of need him for the extra point, right?
Otherwise, the ball's just going to lay there.
Snap, hold, kick. Good. 31-17, we're going to keep it right here with 1:32 to go. Scratch that. We're going to take a break. Maybe our last one of the broadcast. When we come back, what we think will be the conclusion. Champion up 31-17. United South hadn't given up. We're back right here. We're back after this, I should say, right here on the Charger Sports Network. A Roel Hernandez touchdown run for Laredo United South makes this a 31-17 ball game. Chargers on top by 14 here on the Charger Sports Network. 1:32 left in the game. That's the most important factor.
Onside kick.
Onside kick coming here.
Or do you just kick it away?
You would think. They kick it deep.
Yeah.
Kick returned to right around the 35. They've got 2 of their timeouts remaining.
I think it's just victory formation at this point. I think that's quite a drive by the Panthers. 14 plays to go 55 yards. They took 5:17 off the clock. So even though the Charger defense gives up a touchdown, only points of the second half that they've given up.
All right, Kerry, am I off here? The fact I'm pretty stunned here that there was no onside kick there. Am I pretty wrong? Am I not seeing something?
I was kind of surprised because let's say you get it and you score, and then it's down to 7 points.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. No one in their right mind wants to be where United South is right now in terms of score and time.
Yeah, to me.
But given the reality.
Yeah, and you look at it, well, this is a good time to work on stuff like that, right? Because, like I said, we talk about things you do in practice. It's a whole lot different when you do them in a game. And so just to practice an onside kick in a game, that would have been an opportunity maybe for that. But maybe they just want to get home. It's a good 3-hour drive. It's late. Right. They're going to be on the road past midnight.
Well, Zachary Garcia still on the field for these champion Chargers. Been so for most of the fourth quarter. Brady Smith, the bulk of the action here through the first 3 quarters from that running back position for the Chargers. As we now go near 45 seconds to go. As you mentioned, Kerry, maybe just wanting to get out of here. United South not taking any of the 2 timeouts that they have left. Backup quarterback in now for champion Garland Whitehead, junior, normally a receiver. That one incomplete.
From Garland Whitehead to intended for number 14, Landon Clockney.
The only thing is that stopped the clock. Not that it's not going to matter because just take a knee or run it here, and then they're able to they don't have to run a play after this.
It's intended for Landon Kalotny. Hand up the middle, Garcia near first down yardage. Going to depend on where he fell.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And that might be the last play of the night.
Yeah, they don't have to snap it if they don't want to.
Well, and they're especially not going to want to because it's 4th and 1. Clock goes under 10. Champion Chargers begin 2024 with a win. 31-17 over United South from Laredo. The Chargers scoring on their first possession of the night. A little bit of a lull. 10-10 going into the half, except they weren't fully at the intermission yet because a Hail Mary put them up by 7, and then right out of the third quarter gate, coming out like gangbusters, scoring 2 more quick touchdowns. And from then, really able to coast to a 31-17 victory. So as we say goodnight, Kerry, your final thoughts on a champion team that starts 2024 1-0.
Good win for the Chargers. They got the type of game they were looking for. You had a lot of questions at quarterback, so you got a good preview of Julian Navarrete and what he's going to be able to do for them this year. And I think you got to be happy with this win. There's a few things you're going to work on, but it's first week, so you're always going to get better after this. So a good win, like you said. Scored that Hail Mary that just kind of seemed to spark them. They score on the first drive of the second half, as you mentioned, and in 6 plays, and then their next drive, another 6-play drive. So if you add that to that 1 play right before the half, 3 touchdowns in 13 plays. So good spark there, good energy. A good burst by them, took that momentum away, and then Laredo United South just kind of out of it after that. They were trying their best, but they're just such a big lead for the Chargers.
For Gary Barboza, a star at the Bernie Star. Make sure you catch his work. Fantastic work all the way around, not only digital, but the video side as well. For Kerry and for the awesome folks at Wick Productions, we say goodnight right here on the Charger Sports Network. Champion, a 31-17 victor over Laredo United South on the opening Friday of the 2024 high school football season. Good night, and we'll see you next week. Have a great holiday weekend, everybody.